This was my favorite holiday dessert growing up. This is French silk pie, which is a silky, smooth chocolate pie with a whipped cream topping. This comes from my mother, who has the 1990s Tupperware article still laminated today, and that recipe is what I'm using here. So let me show you how to make it. I mean, just look at that. You know, I thought I was gonna be slick and make like a nice homemade pie crust for this based on the recipe I used for the pumpkin pasties, but the crust ended up being like just, fine. So save yourself the trouble and just get store-bought. Enjoy the montage of this dingus making a homemade crust only for it to be mediocre. It's kind of a testament to how good the filling is in this pie because the crust couldn't make it bad if it wanted to. For the filling, we'll start with softened butter creamed with white sugar. We're making something really similar to a mousse here. The sugar is gonna cut the dark baker's chocolate to something sweet with a lot of chocolate flavor. This is 1 cup of sugar mixed with 3/4 of a cup of softened butter. I just let this sit out at room temperature until it's nice and soft. It's also salted butter, so I'm not gonna add any additional salt to the filling. Once it's nice and creamy, I'll add 3 ounces of melted unsweetened chocolate. Instead of using a double boiler, I literally just microwave this in 10-second intervals until almost all the chocolate is melted. Definitely don't overheat this mixture though, or the chocolate will burn. I needed to text my mom to confirm it, but this bar of unsweetened chocolate is what she always used. It's terrible on its own, you would never wanna just bite into this, but when mixed with the sugar and butter, it's incredible. Because this filling won't be cooked, I don't like to use raw eggs in it. Pasteurized egg beaters are a much safer option for anyone trying to avoid raw eggs. 3/4 of a cup of egg beaters will be slowly streamed in after the chocolate is fully mixed. Okay, so my aim was to show you that this could be done without a mixer, mostly because I don't have a hand mixer that I can just plug in and use really quickly. But you definitely need some kind of hardware for it. A stand mixer or an electric mixer is unfortunately a requirement. I wasn't able to whip this enough for the right texture, so after the vanilla went in, I just realized I needed to swap to my stand mixer. Even after a minute of whipping in the mixer, this looked so much better. It's much lighter, it's much airier, way more of the texture you're actually looking for. While the mixer's running, just slowly add in the egg mix. I do this in about 3 batches because if you add too much at once, the egg sort of forms a liquid barrier around the chocolate and it looks weird and it takes longer to mix in. This spatula shows you how the addition of air actually changed the color along the way. You can see the really darker one is kind of what it looked like in the beginning while I was just mixing by hand. Then it kept getting lighter and lighter and more airy, which is exactly what you want. This is like the silkiest chocolate flavored air. It's incredible. Megan K told me she just wanted cups full of this mousse instead of actually in the pie crust, and she's a pie crust fiend. At this point, the filling just needs to be spread into a cooked and cooled pie crust. Then it goes into the fridge until set. Usually overnight is pretty good. I wanted to give this pie enough time to really set and chill in the fridge, so I left it overnight. So this is technically the next day. This is pretty much gonna be my breakfast, and I'm okay with it. Hot. Toppings for this: plain vanilla whipped cream. This has so much sweetness and so much chocolate flavor, it doesn't need a lot more sweetness, it just needs a creamy counterpoint. So whipped cream, I'm gonna make that. And then chocolate shavings. So I'm literally just gonna take a chocolate bar and grate it on like a peeler. I'll show you that. That's quite a bit of chocolate shavings. If any company wants to send me a hand mixer, that'd be sick. That would make filming so much easier. This is 16 ounces. I'm gonna do maybe half. I want a lot of whipped cream though. I wanna cover the whole pie in whipped cream. That's not something my mom would do. Vanilla. Got little specks of vanilla. Whole vanilla beans, sick. Vanilla-y, but not sweet, which is just what I want. That beautiful vanilla whipped cream gets spread over the set chocolate mousse, and then you can pour on those chocolate shavings. If you're looking for a perfect addition to your holiday dessert table, this French silk pie absolutely needs to be considered. It's my favorite for a reason. Yeah, just, honestly, my mom may have been right. Maybe just use store-bought crust. Look at that, though, dude. It's like the most perfect velvety pie. Dude, it's so good. I shouldn't eat this for breakfast. Thank you so much for watching, and a massive shout out to the amazing people supporting me directly on Patreon through patreon.com/CameronMarty. They get some cool benefits like early access to videos and direct access to me, so check it out and consider becoming a patron. Thanks again for watching. Cheers.